everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about Siris, a character that we get absolutely for free through the Mingding ritual in the Luck and Fortune, which is very cool that they give this character for free because she's actually a very versatile character and a very good character to have on any team that you equip her with, which is actually pretty damn fantastic, especially considering that she is a free character. Now, this is a kinetic-based character that has quite a bit to offer. So her standard skill, Siris creates an initial blessing around herself, which is pretty much a shield around her, reducing damage taken by 25% and improving her anti-interruption ability. If Siris dodges while initial blessing is active, gains Reborn Eye effect. Applying Aptitude of Bone Eater to her next shot adds kinetic damage to her shot, which means increasing her damage. When you level up the neuronics on this thing, when equipped with a kinetic weapon, so it's very important to have a kinetic weapon on this girl, increases the aptitude damage of Bone Eater dealt to shields by 50%. Massive damage buff for the girl, and when initial blessing turns into Reborn Eye, Siris instantly reloads a bullet. This is actually really cool because whenever you have this thing unlocked and you do her initial blessing, you do this skill, every time you do a roll, you actually gain a bullet every time you roll, which is actually pretty damn fantastic. That's actually awesome, especially for a shotgun character. And then her support skill, she deploys Deceased Protection to a fixed location in front of her, blocking enemy fire, which is pretty much a giant shield in front of her, right? Or in front of the operative that you're using. And Deceased Protection duration, 15 seconds. Damage absorbed by Deceased Protection, 90% of Siris max HP. So the more HP that you have on the girl, the stronger shield that you're actually going to have. Deceased Protection decreases the movement speed of targets within 2.5 meters by 50% and increases the AoE of Deceased Protection by 50%. So whenever you level up these neuronics, you're going to have a much bigger shield, which is going to prove more beneficial for keeping your characters alive and adding to their survivability. And then her ultimate, Siris creates a Birth Dome protecting herself and repelling surrounding enemies. Where Birth Dome is in effect, increases protective operators' movement speed by 20% and reduces damage taken by 20%, and improves anti-interruption ability, really adding to her survivability. And again, this is based off of her HP. And when you level up the neuronics, when Birth Dome disappears, restores HP to the protected operative equal to 20% of the remaining shield. So whatever is left of that shield, that's how much of a heal you're actually going to get. It's actually pretty damn cool. And then when you level up the neuronics even further, Birth Dome simultaneously protects all operatives, which is actually pretty damn cool. And whenever you have this unlocked and this unlocked together, you actually will heal all the allies on the team. This is actually something very useful in co-op. Now, when it comes to her weapon, right, you're going to want to use kinetic weapon. Now, the recommended weapon for this girl is this shotgun that they show here, the Tiny Grain Shotgun, which actually, as you can read, increases your attack by 18%, and after taking damage, decreases the movement speed of enemy targets within 5 meters by 50%, and increases their damage taken by 9.6%. This lasts for 3 seconds. So you're going to do a lot of damn damage, especially in that 3-second period. That is insane for the girl. However, I feel like Siris Place is really more of a sport than anything. I don't think that people are really going to try to get her 5-star weapon, but it is an option if you really want to make her as strong as possible. She actually has quite a bit of damage. She's really good against shields because she does use a shotgun. And then we get into her logistics. Now, these are the logistics that they recommend for the girl. They recommend the Zinye squad for the max U energy, and I actually don't think that is the best option. I think it's a great option for the girl, like if you're putting her on her team with certain characters like say Chinzing that increase their ultimate energy, because Chinzing's ultimate does a lot of damage. If you're using her with a character that, you know, you're really depending on their ultimate to do a bunch of damage, then this might be a really good set for you. However, I really feel like a better set that you could actually go with is let me see if I can find it here really quick, is the Kaufman squad, because whenever you have this thing equipped, increases shield acquisition efficiency by 30%, which is very valuable for that character. And then whenever you have all 3 logistics of the same type equipped, this is going to increase her ballistic damage by 32% when shields are active. Every time you use this character's standard skill, you're going to have a shield in front of you. You're going to decrease damage received by 10%. You're going to increase her damage. And by the way, guys, this set does a lot more damage than the recommended set that they have for her as far as the Zenway squad is concerned. This will do way more damage than that set. So if you're trying to get a little bit more damage out of her, you're trying to acquire your shield a little bit faster, I think this is really the better way to go. I think it's actually a much better option than the Zenue squad for her. But again, if you're teaming her up with certain characters that you're really relying on doing their ultimates, this might be the best set. It really will depend on the characters that you have her teamed up with, and you definitely want to have this HP as much as possible so that way it increases your shield. Now, manifestations for the girl. Now, since I actually did a bunch of pulls for the girl, I actually have 4 manifestations unlocked. When Deceased Protection ends, the operative on the field obtains initial blessing for 5 seconds, which is that initial shield that is around your character. So whenever you use your standard skill, you get the shield around your character for 5 seconds. However, whenever you're doing your rolls, you will not gain extra bullet. That only pertains to Siris. And then her second one, or M2, any operative shooting through Deceased Protection have a 30% chance to obtain aptitude effect of Bone Eater, which means your damage is going to be increased. And then Deceased Protection can absorb additional damage equal to 50% of Siris max HP. So it's going to absorb more damage. 50% is quite a bit. So the shield just becomes way stronger whenever you unlock M3. And then M4, initial coffin skill level 1, increase the damage of aptitude effect to 11% of Siris attack by 42, which means you're going to increase your damage. And then the last manifestation, Deceased Protection no longer has a time limit, which means your shield will be up the entire time. It will never fall until it absorbs too much damage or breaks. You actually have a cooldown on that thing until you unlock M5. This is actually a very potent effect that she has. And the beautiful thing about this character is that she is a free character that everybody gets. She's a cool looking character. I like her a lot. I like her voice acting. And I think this is a character worth leveling up, because I do think in the future that you're going to need a character like this in order to keep your characters alive. Obviously, that will depend on your gameplay, but personally, I'm really loving Siris. I think she's a pretty damn awesome character. You can use her as a sub DPS or maybe even a main DPS if you have her 5-star weapon, but I really feel that her survivability tool is really where it's at, as far as, using that shield to prevent your characters from taking damage. It's really awesome. Something also to note about her shield is that it will not prevent damage from, say, melee attackers or characters that run through the shield, but any projectile attacks like bullets, lasers, it will stop all of those attacks. So always keep that in mind when you're using her shield. And as I said earlier, a really awesome thing about this character is the fact that, you can use her with any team. It doesn't matter what team you really put her on. She's going to benefit any one of your main damage dealers by adding survivability. I mean, with her and another healer like Yao or the 4-star Chanzing, you're going to have some pretty insane survivability with this girl on the team. So guys, let me know what you think about Siris. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GW7 time. Links in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.